Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be doing some Valentine's Day candy crafts. So let's get into the video. Okay, so I have several things here. Technically, I would say the star of the show will be these paper towel rolls. Basically, this was one roll and I cut it in half. So now my paper towel rolls are white already. If yours are brown and you don't particularly like that color, you could also paint yours white, red, pink, whatever color you prefer, or you can leave them brown. It's up to you. So let's start here. I'm gonna weed these two pieces of vinyl that I have, and both of these are Oracle 651. And let's do this one really quickly. Okay, there we go. Both my children's names. So I'm going to move these over to the side and show you what we're going to do with all of these things. So we are going to we have to start with the candy actually. So I have some miniature Hershey bars, some Dum-Dums, and I also have the Nerds rope candy. First thing I'm going to do is fold this over. This is a soft candy, and tuck it in there. Fold this one, tuck it in here. All right. Then I'm going to open this up and just take a few out. Let's see. I cannot say that my children are a fan of dark chocolate, but I'll put one in there and they can decide if they like it or not. If not, there's more here. I'm going to take 3 and stick them in there. Okay. And 3 in here. And then I'm going to open up these and take 1 apiece. These are, as I said, the Dum-Dum, but they're heart-shaped. So as you can see there, this one is a little broken, so I'm going to get one that's not. Here we go. And I'm going to stick this in here. All right, I have, stay in there. And I'm going to stick this one in here. Okay. Now, it's all tucked in there. I am going to take this piece of, this is just tissue paper. I used this in my last, was it my last video? I believe it. Not in the last video. In the video before that one, actually. But I think I can cut this. Or do I want to? I know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to cut it in half. I'm just going to go ahead and use it the size that it is. And then I'll cut down off the sides. So what we're going to do is take our roll of candy and roll it up. Okay, and I'm going to cut a little bit off the sides because we don't need it this long. And a little bit off this side. There we go. And then I'm going to squeeze it together. like that. So, and I'm gonna cut a little bit off, a little more off, just because this side looks a little longer. Yes. Now I'm going to take this twine that I have now used in all of my Valentine's Day videos. And I'm going to use, let's see, no, I'm going to go ahead and use this red twine here, the red and white. Okay, so I have pieces cut now, and then I'm going to take one piece and tie it around this side. And of course, you want to tie it tight enough where it's secure, but you don't want to rip your paper, because remember, it's just tissue paper. And then I am going to just cut it kind of short. There we go. And then do the same to this side. All right, and this is what it will look like. I'm gonna just open it up a little bit here. And then I am going to add her name to hers. Okay, so I'm gonna use paper transfer tape to transfer this because it is tissue paper. And let's burnish the back as well. All right, and then we're going to put her name right here. I'm going to burnish it just a little bit. I don't want to push down too hard because, you know, it's cardboard under there. It's not a very hard surface. Okay, so you can see her name there. I'm going to do my son's. His is going to look a little different, so I'm gonna open it up. I'm giving him a plain red, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Just go ahead and roll it up. All right, so we're going to apply his name to the middle of his, and then give it a quick burnish, not pushing down too hard, but just enough pressure to make sure it's all down. All right, his is on there. Now, I got these hearts. They're felt stickers, and of course, they're in the shape of a heart. My daughter's obviously already has hearts on hers, so I am not going to put any more hearts on hers. But since I use plain tissue paper for his, I wanted to add just a little something. So I'm going to put one here. And then I'm going to put this one on the other side, but I'm going to bring it down here this time. All right, and that's it. It's very simple for his. I have the felt hearts on his, and I have the heart tissue paper for hers. And that's the extent of this project. It is really cute, something that you can make for several children. And it looks like, you know, the candy wrappers, the peppermints, and the, what are the other several candies from back in the day that, you know, had the twist on the sides. So it looks really good, very cute. All right, I have a lot of cleaning up to do here, so I'm gonna clean up and we're gonna move on to the next one. Okay, so I got this glass jar from Hobby Lobby. It is food safe and dishwasher safe. So I'm gonna pull this tag from the bottom off, and I've already washed the entire jar, so we're good to go to put things in it. And I am going to just shift this out of the way for a moment because we have our design here, and this design is very simple for this jar. This I got from Design Space. It's just hearts. You'll see that it's just hearts, but what I did was I duplicated this so I could make it this long. So it did not come, I obviously did not come this long. I needed to make it the length to wrap around the jar, and I did that by duplicating it, and then I attached them together. All right, and this is weeding nicely. This is Oracle 631. Now, Oracle 631 is their removable vinyl. And I mean, this is not something that is going to get wet often at all. I'm not concerned about it getting messed up or anything. And again, because it's removable, I could take this design off and put something else on there in the future. So here are my hearts. And I already have some transfer tape cut to size. So I'm going to expose just a little bit of my transfer tape. And then I am going to start on this side and get the transfer tape on the design. And just pull this little lip here to guide my transfer tape down. Okay, and then I'm using that, so I'll use my small one. I'm gonna burnish. And then flip it over and burnish again. And we should be good from here. Lovely. I love it, I love it. Okay, let's pull this back down. And then I'm gonna take this, and put it down here. So let's see, I don't want my head in the way. Okay, so that turned out to be way more difficult than I thought it would be. I don't know, the vinyl just did not want to detach from the transfer tape. I was like, can we please let it go? Like Elsa? Let it go, please. Okay, so here we are. This is what our candy jar looks like. Of course, we're not done, because how can you have a candy jar without the candy? I have to say, I got a little greedy and I opened it already. It had a few. So I'm gonna pour this in, and I have one more. I'm gonna get it all in there. And we have the Valentine's Day colors of the peanut M&Ms. And there we go. It is so cute, very festive. And we have our second candy project. Okay, let's move on. All right, so I have this charcuterie board, which is a part of the Valentine's Day collection at Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to just cut this tag off here. And look, it has a little cute heart on the handle. And of course, these are all candy projects, so we need some candy. I'm gonna bring in these again and take out a few of these. We've got a Mr. Good Bar. We have some special dark chocolate. We have the Hershey's Crackle there, and then wait, we're missing one. Oh, and we have the milk chocolate. So we're gonna put all of these kind of close together. And of course, you can use any candy of your choice for whomever you're making it for. I'm gonna put two of the Dum-Dums in there. I think I might go ahead and add a few more on here. Then that should be good. I don't want this, hold on. Okay. Gonna put that one right there. All right. Okay, so we're gonna take some plastic wrap and pull it. We wanna have enough to cover, like to wrap all the way to the back. And I'll pull out a little extra. We can always cut it down. And then we're going to take this and wrap it around. I'm pretty sure I have too much. We want to try to wrap it as tight as possible. And if the candy moves, it's all right. It's in there. But I want to wrap it pretty tight. All right, so I'm gonna cut some of this down because this is just way too much. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and just try to hold it real tight and bring it over and bring this up here. Let me make sure my front didn't like totally get ruined. It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. All right. And then what we're gonna do from here is bring in the glue gun. We're gonna bring in the glue gun and just heat up this plastic so it can just make it a little tighter. Okay, so we have our plastic wrap on there. Here's a suggestion I would make with this, if you decide to do something similar, you can maybe take some tape just to secure your candy. Like the Dum Dum lollipops did not move, but the Hershey's bars are kind of like sliding all over the place. So I would just say, if you want to, you could take a piece of tape and put it at the bottom just to secure it in its place. So that's an idea. Now I'm going to take this ribbon. I have some twine as well. I want to have both of them be a part of this, and I am going to tie it right around the handle, right into a bow. And of course, you use whatever type of ribbon you have on hand, whatever fits your decor, whatever you're doing, whatever colors you like. And now, and this is almost done, but of course we got to add a little bit of finishing touches. So I'm going to bring in my felt hearts again and peel off this little backing. And I'm going to put some hearts on the outside of the plastic. Let's get one right here. And I do want to add some pink ones. Actually, I'm going to stick with the red and white for this one, since we have red and white here. I'm not going to add any pink, but I do want to add some white. Let's do 2 small white ones. There. Okay, we are going to add pink because I want to put one pink one right here in the middle. So I'm just going to go ahead. It's not throwing it off because we're still within the color scheme. And there we go. This is too cute. And you could, if you wanted to, you could put the person's name on the side or at the bottom if you have your candy a little further up than mine. I wouldn't say this is something you would want to do in bulk, but maybe if you have a couple people who you want to do this for, this would be nice. A nice little way of giving some candy to someone. All right. Okay, you guys, so we have our 3 candy projects. We have our candy rolls that we made with paper towel rolls, and then we have our candy jar that we put some vinyl on, and we have our candy charcuterie board. I hope that this video was inspiring for you, gave you some ideas on how to give candy or store candy for this Valentine's Day. I also hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I thank you for hanging out with me for a little while. Before you go, don't forget to like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss a future video of mine. Until next time, later CB crew.